Kia Soul has been with us for quite a while now, and to be honest, it hasn't really aged because it's one of those really oddball out there designs. Sure, it splits opinion, but I think it's a testimony to the designer that it still looks as fresh as what it does. Now, Kia have dropped a 1.6 litre turbocharged engine under the bonnet and created a warm hatchback spaceship thing. Whilst the Kia Soul Sport, or Turbo if you live in America, is a difficult thing to define, the increase in performance certainly isn't. Said 1.6 litre turbocharged engine produces 201 brake horsepower and 265 newton meters of torque. That's enough for a respectable rush to 62 miles per hour in 7.5 seconds and a go on to a top speed of 122 miles per hour. The looks may be very unique, but finished in a more subtle grey tone like our test car with red sporty detailing and 18-inch alloy wheels, I have to say that I think this one looks rather smart. The large headlights and rounded fog lights give it character, as do the gloss finishes externally. The overall shape may well be a bit boxy, but designers certainly thought outside of the box when putting pen to paper. The interior is just as characterful, with landmarks such as these towered vents that support the speakers and another domed speaker in the centre of the dashboard. It's full of unconventional shapes, and just about the only conventional things you'll find in here is this flat-bottomed steering wheel and the 8-inch touchscreen infotainment display. Said display is nice and easy to use and supports Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Sport models also get these nicely bolstered seats finished with orange trim. They're heated also. This trim level also gets a full-length glass panoramic roof, which is nice on summer's days because it opens as well. The rear bench seats 3, and thanks to the utilitarian shape of the car, there's plenty of head and leg room for all 3 occupants. Boot space is 354 litres, or if you fold the rear seats flat, it's 994. Now at low speeds, the large alloy wheels and tweaks to suspension means that the car actually rides a bit firmer than maybe you'd like. It particularly thumps into potholes and bounces over road imperfections. It's not terrible, but it could be better damped. That said, there is a trade-off in the form of actually much keener handling than what I was expecting. The car is particularly resistant to body roll, which is impressive considering its height. And there's loads of grip on offer. Okay, the steering's a little bit light, but you can be a bit precise with it. And the real ace that this car plays is its selectable drive mode. So you push this button, the dashboard changes, we get a nice torque gauge as well as the turbo boost. And once you get past the initial turbo lag, the engine picks up and revs pretty freely all the way through the rest of the rev range. And it really surprised me that I had quite such a big grin on my face whenever I took this thing onto some twisty roads. It's actually quite eager to please whenever it comes to, you know, enjoyment behind the wheel, which is maybe something you don't expect when you first look at it. Now the car comes with a 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission that's very savvy, knows what it's doing and is quite quick to respond. However, I would prefer a manual just to boost that driver engagement a little bit further. Switch the car back over into its eco mode, and Kia claimed that it emits 156 grams per kilometre of CO2 and can do 40.9 mpg combined. The new turbocharged Kia Soul Sport is certainly an interesting car in just about every respect, and it's certainly going to be enough to get people talking in the car park if that's what you're looking for. Edgy looks, a pleasing drive and warm hatchback credentials means that Kia have done a pretty good job here. At £23,250 it injects a bit of soul into this segment.
Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe for all of the latest and greatest cars to hit the road. For breaking news and written reviews, visit www.insidelane.co.uk.